Howdy, everybody. I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. Okay, let me see if I can get the stream up here on the Instagram again. I don't know if I can. I forgot, like, if I just let it go, I can't pause it, and I have to redo the whole stream. Oh, my goodness. Okay, it looks like that's working again. I probably lost all of you. Hopefully you come back to me. Okay, I think it's working. Well, hello, Tina. Thank you for coming back in here. And Sandy, hello again to you. Okay. So I started before it was actually time. We'll see if it's gonna. My son was out there. Hello, everybody on Instagram for popping back in. I appreciate you. Sorry for the delay. I thought he was motioning for me that there was someone here to. No, they were just getting something out of my car. That's me being like silly and not really knowing what's going on. But hello, Rachel. Thank you for coming back. All right, guys. I think I'm just going to dig in. I need to get a hat made. My thought was by doing the early live and the later live that I would get like a hat done early and a hat done in the evening. And then the people that can watch both times, I thought that would work well. Thank you for everybody over there on Instagram that's popping in and saying hi. If you want to tell me where you're watching from on Instagram, I would love that. Same here on YouTube or Facebook. I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully my Facebook, hopefully I got that set up okay, that it's working all right. Let me just double check here. Hello, Tina. All right, there we go. Looks like it's up. Looks like we're good. Okay. All right. So now we're back again. Ohio. Hello, Dina Stitch Studio. Or is it Deanna Stitch Studio in Ohio? We have somebody in Jordan. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the down shot here. Thank you, everybody, for popping back in. Wendy is in Southwest Arkansas. All right. Sharon's back. Thank you, Sharon, for coming back. Thank you, everybody, for coming back. Rhonda is in Tallahassee, Oklahoma. I have to be careful. I'm not being careful. Okay, let me do this shot here. Let me see if I can do this. Let me do the switcheroo. We have Edna in Illinois. Oh, Barb is back. So we have Edna and we have Barb. Thank you, Barb, for coming back. I appreciate you. Okay, guys. So yeah, I was mistaken. Nobody was here. They just had to get, my daughter has like a million animals, even though we live in like the little tiny cottage. So, okay, where do we leave off? I'm giving away one of these machines on the 31st. So on the 31st, I will come live. If you did not get signed up for it, all you have to do is go to my YouTube channel and then get on the video for the 250K giveaway and I get signed up. All you have to do is comment and that'll get you entered in to win one of these machines. And I don't care where you're located. We're going to ship it to you wherever you're at. We'll figure it out. I promise you. And you can win one of these. We're going to call it like Zebot or Zeb or Zebot or whatever, because I can't say that, guys, because that is yeah, I'm not able to in English say whatever this is. Okay, but I love this machine. We're going to see how it does with my leftover Scarfy yarn that I have. But yes, get signed up for that if you're not signed up. But have you guys all looked? Have you looked to see how many people? I have 260,000 of you subscribed on YouTube now, which is insane to me. Thank you for being here. We got lots of people over on the Instagram and on the Facebook as well. Thank you all for like joining in, commenting, asking questions. I will tell you, I was a little bit absent from the pages over the weekend, obviously, because I was at my daughter's baby shower. It's just crazy, guys. When like this is my first grandchild, it's a little nuts to see your daughter pregnant. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me feel quite old. Oh, somebody's birthday today. Oh, Looney. Oh, I can't even say. I'm gonna say, let's see. I can't sing the regular. We'll go, happy birthday to you. Everybody say happy birthday to this person who I don't even want to pronounce her name because I will hack it for sure. Nikita's in the house. Nikita, you're watching on the TV while you eat. Oh, I love that. I will not talk about anything disgusting then. I promise. I will talk about the roads where I was very blessed to have decent weather for traveling, but on the way to my daughter's in Pennsylvania, I think it's only about like, I don't know, 8.5 hours or so, but it takes us about 10 hours with stops to drive. I should have wound this, guys. Oh my gosh. I have to find the end. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on to your hats. We got to find the end of this. I think it's down here. I should have wound it. I do not suggest doing what I'm doing right now. Like where your skein is like falling apart. Okay, where's the end? You guys are going to be like, she doesn't have her crap together at all today. And you are correct. That is absolutely the case. I do not. I'm not used to going live like at this time. I usually have like a later live. I think I'm going to like it though. I think I'm going to like doing a double live today. We'll see. But I am, like I said earlier, if you weren't on, I'm a little like achy today from just sitting in the car for 10 hours yesterday. But I think I was talking about how my 14-year-old, she has her learner's permit, and I was like really nervous to have her drive on the highway. I was really nervous. But then last night it was clear until we got off our exit for our house, because it's like really, we got lots of snow, guys. I was so tired that I was like, I don't even care. Just don't kill us. I don't care how you drive. I just have to we have to switch, because I needed to switch. Okay, let's see. I'm going to say, oh, Barb you have 8 grandkids. Oldest is 22 and the youngest is 4. Oh my gosh. I hope I have lots and lots. I have 8 kids. If I only get 1 grandchild, I'll be sad, but 1 is better than none. So I'm excited. So 1 is better than none. That's what I'm going to go with right now. Somebody said they saw before. You saw before. Did you see me before? Did you see me before? And now you see me again. Oh, you were on the live before. That's what they're saying. Yeah, I'm sorry. I kind of had to pop off because I thought somebody was here to talk to me. Wendy says, at least it's a human baby. I'm currently pup sitting until the 9th. Yeah, I will tell you, puppies they're people. They might as well be people. Sometimes they're more difficult than people. So, yeah, yes. Tina Fletcher says, please, 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 oh gods of the giveaway, let me be. Tina wants to win. And I would tell you that if you put your name in a bunch of times, it doesn't work, because I'm going to do like the non-dupes. Because if you want to comment 100 times to win, you can, but it won't work. Cheri says, I am well caffeinated. I need to be more caffeinated. I'm sucking it down. I should have a straw. I should just get a straw. What's the deal with the Stanley Cup, guys? Like, am I old? I don't understand. Like, I have a Yeti water. I always carry my water with me. It's a Yeti. Is there something with, like, what is it? I don't get it. Like, all of a sudden, I don't get it. Do y'all have Stanley Cup? Do you have a water cup? I have a water cup and a coffee cup. I really appreciate all of you that came back on the live. Rachel says, my son is 15 and also he has his learner's permit. Yikes. I'm so nervous. You know what? I have to say, I got to give my 14-year-old some props though. She's 15 now. What am I saying? She turned 15 on Friday. Oh my gosh, she's not 14 anymore. Her birthday was Friday. Happy birthday to you, Shelby. I am so sorry. I'm old and my brain is like really not good. I'm going to try to do this while I'm talking. It could be bad, guys. It could be really bad. I have not tried this scarfy yarn. But Rachel, I will tell you, I haven't tried this on this. I'm having 2 conversations. Okay. Yeah. You guys are going to be like, what the hell is she talking about? All right. Anyway, I will address Rachel first. I am a little afeared myself. I'm finally letting go of that, because they both, my daughter, she's very good. And my son, they're very good drivers. Not that my oldest daughter that's pregnant that I just went to see, she gives me a little PTSD with her driving. I'm not going to lie. Like when I get in the car, I think about, I don't know. I have control issues. So yeah, there's that. But actually they're very good drivers. I'm not, they're pretty good. So I'm very happy, but I understand. But yesterday I was so tired. When is my granddaughter will be here in March. Maybe if she comes, my daughter's like carrying really, really like low, and she looks farther along, I think, than what she is. But we'll see. You never know how it goes with kids, right? Oh, I could just talk to you guys. I'm in the mood to just talk, but I need to crank a hat out. Rachel says daughter is 24 and remember the anxiety riding with her. Yes. That's it. That's me. Like Haley, I love you. That's my oldest daughter's name. I love her, but I had but I think my anxiety made her anxiety worse. So then when we would drive, it was always really bad. And I was a yeller then. I'm not so much now. I've calmed my jets a little bit. As I've gotten older, I try not to yell. I try, because it's not good, right? So we're going to see how this does with the machine, because I got to tell you, the cranking of this machine is like butter. We're going to see how far we can get with this yarn. It might end up being a kid's hat, but I think I've got enough to make an adult and one more adult hat out of this scarfy yarn. That's my guess anyways. My scale is broken, or I weigh it and know for sure. Can you guys hear me okay? I feel like I'm screaming at you. What'd Cheri say? Stanley Cup is the new fad. Got a stainless steel mug that's triple layered, way cheaper. Yeah, it's just like, it's a thing, right? I kind of don't get it. I don't get it. Do any of you over on the Instagrams, have you bought into the Stanley mug? I got my husband a Stanley mug for Father's Day, before I knew it was trendy, but it's like not even one of the chewy straws. Like, I don't, like, my daughter had one that's not a Stanley, but it has the chewy straw. And I think, oh, good. Sandy, thank you. Thank you for saying it sounds good. I'll try not to scream at you guys then. But I'm not sure I like the idea of the chewy straw. Yeah, I don't know. Soft straw. I don't think I'd like that. I have a texture thing with that, I think. Sharon says that the Stanley Cups, there we go. See, I got the Yeti. My Yeti's pretty beat up, though. It's gotten knocked off the car a couple times. Same with this one, guys. I have to show you. It's really bad. Like, it's all chewed up and it's all dinged up because I've set it on top of, like, a car and then drove away. Same thing with this one. It doesn't look too bad, but look, do you think I need to descale my... I shouldn't show you how gross that is. I drink out of it, but it's whatever. It's all good. Okay, so we're going to get to cranking because somebody's probably going to say to me, like, are you ever going to make anything? And I will say to them, yes, but I have to, like, I didn't get to be live with you guys last week, so I have to chat and, like, talk and stuff. So let's see. Well, let's see. Is there anything crazy that happened this weekend? Yeah, Pennsylvania, guys, if any of you live in Pennsylvania, it's beautiful there. Like, Michigan is pretty. Michigan's pretty. Where I live is gorgeous. I live in the dunes, so it's oh, I have this not even in the right setting, guys. I had it in the tight setting. We'll see how that turns out. Seems to be cranking okay. But anyways, Pennsylvania, I almost puked in the car going to her baby shower because she lives in the mountains, and it's like, why are all the roads? I mean, I realize that you have hills and mountains, but it is gorgeous. But it's gorgeous, yes. Let's see. Cheri and everyone. Ellen is in Belgium. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Okay. What do you think about weight? Rhonda. Okay. What do you think about weight? Are you talking about the yarn? This is a 5-weight yarn, guys. Where's my little thing? Let me see if I still have it. The scarfy yarn is a 5-weight yarn. And I typically would tell you guys not to use 5-weight yarn, but it's squishy. And so far, we'll see when we get to about 60 rows if it starts to have an issue. When I was doing the Will It Crank, my Centro 48 was cranking pretty hard. This seems to be doing pretty well, guys. I'm not putting tons of tension on it, though. Like, even though I have it in the middle setting, I'm just holding it loosely in my hand. Let's see. Let's see. We have Michelle DeRosa. Italian. You're an Italian woman. I discovered your channel. I'm very happy. Oh, and you were fantastic. Amazing. Oh, don't be sorry. My English isn't... I'm born and raised in the United States, and I can hardly speak it. So, 63 years young. Oh, thank you for being here. Daniela, is that, even though it's Michelle? I don't know. I'm confused. It's either Daniela or Michelle. But thank you. Thank you for being here. We have Dale Allen Robinson here. Hello to you. Oh, I see. Okay, Daniela, use your husband's. Got you. Use your husband's. Okay. Got you. Husband's account. I understand now. I get it. I love it when you guys all, like, share. I think that's sweet. Like, to have a shared either Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. I think it's kind of smart too, really. And you can see what they're doing, what they're looking at, right? Let's see. What did Sandy say? Sandy says, I have a Yeti as well, gifted to me by Nairo. That's really sweet. Sharon says, got the Stanley thermos back in the day for my hubby. Hubby. Still have it. Yeah, they do, like the the coffee mugs, they're known. It must have been like a marketing thing, right? Like it used to be Stanley was kind of like the man's mug, and now they're like the ladies need those Stanley marketing people. They're really smart. Really, really, really smart. Okay. I'm going to watch. I shouldn't have any trouble, I don't think, with any tucks, but the static out here over the last week has been getting worse for my machines. So I got to make sure I kind of keep an eye on it. We have D. Conley in Oklahoma. I so wish, guys, over there on Instagram, I so wish I could showcase your comments and stuff. I am sorry that I can't. It's on stream. I'm using StreamYard. Ooh, do I cut that in? I think I'm going to leave it. Oh, guys, see this? I think I'm going to have to cut this out. I'm going to show this. I don't know, though. I think I'm going to cut it and lay it in. I just don't like it. See how it's a tie-in? It doesn't look like a tie-in. It looks like there's some yarn wrapped around, but I don't really. So I'm going to cut that once I get there. Let me, I don't think I have a clothespin, so I got to pay attention. Okay, I'm going to lay that off to the side and kind of keep my eye on it. And once I get there, I'm going to cut it and lay it in like a color change because I kind of don't like that. I have seen, some of you have shared what you've made with this scarfy yarn. Okay, let me see. We're almost there. Where that tie in is. So where I want to cut it and tie it in. It's really pretty. I only bought one skein of it. Okay, so if you guys wonder what I'm doing, I'm just cutting out this kind of yucky part in the yarn. So see that? It's like a yucky part. And I'm going to lay this in like a color change. So I'm just laying in the new piece right where I cut it. I'm going to hold on to both tails, and then we will keep going. And I will tie that here in just a second. Because I would rather have a tie-in than like a bumpy, yucky part, like showing up or whatever in the hat. I have to tell you guys, it's cranking so nice. Could be because it's new, but it's really cranking nice. I have not tried the jogless color change yet. Have you guys all tried it yet? Naira, oh, wait. Let me see what Naira says. She said, hi, I'm back. I got distracted and forgot about the phone. Well, I'm glad you're back. I understand the distraction. I get distracted while I'm having a conversation with all of you. We have Nicola watching from Oxford, UK. I lost my Instagram here. Hold on, guys. Ashleah? Okay, I'm back. Sorry, Instagram. I lost you for a second. Hello from Kansas. My 11-year-old got her Central for Christmas. Awesome. We made her first hat successfully. There's one thing we struggled with. The suction cup's not holding good enough. Can you share how you did? Yes. Actually, I have a video of us mounting the board to this, and I just have to do the final edit on it, and I will post it in the next day or two. So just keep an eye out for that, and you'll see exactly how we did it, because I did the step-by-step. The audio might not be super great, but you'll see exactly what we did and what we used. So I just have it. I wanted that done before I left, but I just didn't get to it. But it will be up either tomorrow or Wednesday, I promise you. But it's mounted to just a wood canvas board. Let's see. Is it Solider? Is it Solider? Solider? What is that? I missed you. I missed you. It says, made my first hat having the machine for a year. Well, I'm so glad that you did. I'm so glad that you got it out and you made it's a lot of fun. It really is. It really is. Someone said, I actually wanted to know about this machine and pricing and how it works. This one is about $50-something on Amazon. I think it was on sale for like $50. You can get anywhere from it. That's USD. I don't know if I don't think there's any other place to get it except for Amazon. So if you don't have Amazon where you're at, you can do the Centro 48. It's pretty much the same machine. It's 48 pins. And those can range anywhere from $50 to $75 depending. And I do know Centro Knittings. I think it's centroknittings.com. They ship worldwide. So look at the color change. It's coming in there. This peachy kind of color. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Edna says, I found you because I want to make my own hats. Hopefully I can make some good ones for myself. And like, oh, you absolutely will. You absolutely will. I have no doubt, Edna, that you are going to be cranking out lots of hats. All right. This is doing way better than my Centro did, guys. But you can hear it just a little bit. You can hear the clunky just a little bit as the color changes. I had somebody ask me, and actually now that I'm thinking about it, I want to measure. Hold on. They asked about height for knitting. Let me see if I have a tape measure, because it was hurting their shoulder, and I have that issue. I don't know if you all do, but I don't know where my tape measure is. My measuring. Oh, you know what? I do have a measuring stick. I can use my big. Here it is. Okay. So I think this table height, if I can remember this is about it's exactly 2 feet. So 24 inches. And then my chair height is just a little lower. So, but if I work on my workstation up here that you guys can see this wood here, I usually use, sorry, my thing is like refocusing. I usually use a stool and I'm higher than it. And it does hurt my shoulder after a while. I've found that this height, like 2 feet up surface, and then my chair just a little lower, seems to work way better, and my shoulder doesn't get so tired. If it's too high, if the surface is too high, then if I do a lot of cranking with my Centro, if it's hard cranking, I do get like to where my arm gets tired. And I don't so much get that with the 46, guys. So if you have like lots of issues, that might be better. It's just, I will tell you with the 46, it does knit a smaller hat. The Addy is what I'm talking about. But I need to remember that. I need to remember 2 feet up. So hopefully I answer your question about pricing. Hello to you. Someone asked, what about, Solittler. I'm probably saying that wrong. What tension and how many rows for a 4-weight hat? It depends on the yarn. If it's thicker 4-weight, I know it's all 4-weight, but they're not equal. I usually do for like shiny Karen Simply Soft 4-weight, something like this. I do usually about 130 rows. This one was longer though. I think I did 140, and you can tell it's like lots longer. Typically I do 130 to get a beanie that's kind of like this. This is Heartland. This would be about 130 for my double ear beanie that I have on. But for tighter, like a little thicker yarn, I usually do about 140 to 150, depending on how it knits up, if it knits up tight or not. I usually do, if it hits about 75 rows and I'm hitting my surface at the bottom, like down here, 75 rows and it's hitting down here, I'll do about 130. Depending on, I will add however many more rows it is to get to the wood, if that makes sense. So typically if it's about 75 and it's hitting the wood, I do 130. If it's like takes 85 to get to the wood, then I add 10 rows. If it's like 90 something, however many, that's how I do it. Now, for all of you, you will knit differently, even if you're using the same tension guide, but if you're holding it, your tension will not always be the same. Just like if you were crocheting or knitting regular. We'll see how many I get. This might end up being a kid's hat. We'll have to see. So hopefully that's helpful. But usually if it's this shiny soft yarn, 130, and then I just add more rows, the tighter it knits up. And if you use something like Big Twist, let me show you. Big Twist, something like this. This is very pretty. I love me some tweed. We got to make some hats out of this. I usually, this will take more because it's going to knit up tighter. It's a little, even though it's a 4, and you guys can see this is a 4-weight yarn. This is a 4-weight yarn. Okay. Now don't look at the size of the skein, but like they're both 4 weights, but this Big Twist is going to knit up thicker and tighter than the Karen Simply Soft. That's what this is. So it just depends on the yarn. Really depends on the yarn. And I will throw this over there. So I don't have to put it back, and we'll keep cranking. So hopefully that's helpful. A little bit of yarn talk. How much time does it take? How long do you spend? For a hat, generally it's about 30 minutes or so, depending on how many tie-ins I have. All right, let's see. PJ Mommy is over there answering questions. Thank you for that. Oh, and thank you. The PJ Mommy, Sandy says, yeah, we have the Cranking for Community group that you are all welcome to join on Facebook. And she shared that link. Thank you for doing that. Patty says, I use a separate counter. That's totally fine. I know some people have issues with their counters. So far, I have not had too much trouble. My Loom-Bot, the teal, I'm getting stuck on my clamps. The teal and white one I use, well, sometimes I have to pay attention because it gets like stuck in the middle. So I kind of have to pay attention because it'll be farther along. It'll be stuck in the middle as though it's like one more, but then it'll go up two more, if that makes sense. So I have to kind of watch that one. That one's starting to get a little flaky. So, aw, share. Oh, Nikita shared. Nikita shared the group too. Thank you, Nikita. Thank you for that. Nitsy, Miss Nitsy. Sharon says the group is the best. Thank you for saying that, Sharon. I appreciate it. I think it's a good group too. Let's see. Oh, Wendy, FedEx just delivered 15 skeins of Hirschner's. I love me some Hirschner's. Hirschner's is awesome. Hirschner's yarn. I only have a little bit of my original order left. I need to probably get some more. It's like Christmas, isn't it? It's like Christmas. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to stay on until I get this hat done. And then the plan is, guys, hopefully for any of you who are in an area where you can watch me later, I'll be back on tonight at 7:30 as well. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes too. I think the split live will be fun, except for I'm used to being on here for a really long time. So I feel like I just got on, even though I have two lives because I had to shut you off for a second. Can you guys see this? There's like a little spittle of blue. It's very pretty though. It's like an ombre kind of into the other color, but there's just a kind of a little spill of blue there. Kind of interesting. I will tell you, as it changes colors, I can tell a difference how it cranks, but it's still cranking way smoother than my Centro did with it. It's looking good. It's looking good though. Let me go down. Oops, sorry. Like, you guys don't even know what I did. I'm apologizing for nothing. Somebody said how much for the price of the product. I think you're probably asking about, Jameson 169. Oh, you missed the color change. Well, I think I need to, you can see this again. You can see the replay on Facebook or YouTube. I really should post these videos over there on Instagram. What do you guys think about me posting these? I think they'll go to like Instagram TV. I think I've not posted one yet. I usually just like don't do that. I don't post the Instagram lives. Maybe I should do that so they can see those replays if they want to see them. Nitty says, I now have 23 subscribers. Thanks for sharing. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay. Steve Butler. I want to make a hat as a thank you for the friend that gave me the machine. She's a very classy lady. So I want to make a classy hat. What do you suggest? As a newcomer to this, I have no knowledge about different yarns. You know what I would do? Well, it depends. You want to do a lot of color? If you want to do a lot of color, you could do like a shiny, maybe a Yarn Bee glowing or something from Hobby Lobby. But if you want to just do like a classic hat, you could do it like a two color, some of my favorite yarn is Heartland, Lion Brand Heartland yarn, and they have some really pretty colors. And you could do like a really classic, like, you know, it depends on what you want to do. I think anything you make for your friend, they're gonna love what you make. I think they will. And you know, it's just up to you in terms of what you want for the classy look. Yeah, I can't go wrong. Can't really go wrong. Can't really. Let me see what else we have that I could show you. This is like the Heartland 2 color. You could do something. This kind of gives you an idea. These are all Heartland 2 color. You could do something like that if you want it to be just classic. But I don't know. I will tell you we can show you these too. Like these are the loops and threads. I think this one loops and threads, guys, or Manarola? I think it's loops and threads. There's these too. These are Michael's loops and threads, or you can do a hobby Manarola yarn, and it's very soft and squishy. So it's just up to you. There's lots, or you could do like just a classic, like Karen Simply Soft, colored beanie. Yeah, it's just any of it looks great. Like, see, I'm a bad person to ask, because I would just, I would make like 4 and say, here you go. You can have one for different things that you do. Yeah, I love the blue too. This is that Karen Simply Soft blue. This is a little kid's, like more of a kid's hat, but yeah. Or I think this is Yarn Bee Soft Secret too. So that's like shiny, kind of like the Karen Simply Soft. Those are all in my donation pile. So I don't think you can go wrong. The yarn with the purple palm. Isn't that pretty? Nairo, isn't that pretty? I can't remember if this was, I think this is Loops and Threads. It might be Manarola. Maybe. See, my brain is not working. Isn't it pretty though? I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Lots of pretties. Lots of pretties. See what my yarn keeps doing though? See this? This is the only thing with the scarfy yarn. This is why I should wind my yarn before I use. Last week I did that. I wound all, but I didn't have time, guys. Honestly, I didn't. We had to do school, and we were kind of like getting in gear so that I could, whoopsies, so that I could come out here. I had to get my reading done. I do a lot of reading to them, and today was kind of abbreviated, but yeah. All right, so we're like at 67 rows. We'll have to see. Oh, we have, okay, who was it that didn't see the color change? I'm going to do another one. It's another change. I'm not actually changing color, but I have another one of these like tie-ins, and I don't like it. So right here, you can see, now if I would pull this, I think I could probably, sometimes they're pretty strong, but I don't like it. So I'm going to cut it right here, right above that knot. Let me see if you can, I'm going to hold that up so you can see it. Can you see that? See it? I don't know if you can see it, but it's the manufacturer knot of the color change. So I'm going to cut it right before that. I'm going to drop this in like that. I'm going to trim this piece out. So now we have 2 of these in there. See that? I'm going to trim this out. I'm just going to do it over here, guys. So now I trimmed it out, and then I'm going to lay in, make sure this is in my guide here. There we go. Put it in my tension guide, and I lay it in right beside it. I lay it in right beside it. I hold those 2 tails, and then I hold the yarn in my hand down here too. So I've got 2 tails and my working yarn, and then I just crank slow. And the tension guide, I can't get it here. Let me do this. The tension guide will pull up because I'm holding so much tension on it, which I normally don't, I don't knit like that. But those first few, I just make sure I'm holding on to it. Then I can let go of those 2 tails. And start knitting, start cranking. But now I do not knot that until I get it off the machine. I will just half knot it. See what's happening here. This is the stuff that, like, I love this yarn, but it has a tendency to want to stick to itself. Any of the roving style of yarns do that. So be forewarned, it can be a little temperamental, and you just kind of have to be like careful. Okay, so I'm going to go just a few here. It almost looks like I have, like, I don't think I do, where it's snagged. I don't think it's snagged. Okay, so I just go a few, and you can see where my hole is here. I don't know if you can see that. You can see where that is, that's where I laid it in. Now I'm just going to, like, do it just a half tie. Like if you're tying your shoes and you're just doing the first part, and then I leave it lay until the end. And I think, remember what I said about my 75? We're at 72 and we're not to the board yet. So I think I will do one. I think I will add another 10. We'll see how it looks. This one's a little stretched out. Now this is the blend. This has acrylic and wool in it, so it acts a little more wool-ish to me. What is the percentages? It's 78% acrylic, 22% wool. So it's a little more, has a little bit more of a memory to it with that wool. We'll see. You know what? I might not be able to get. Let me see. I think we'll just go until we're done, and we'll see what that ends up getting us. I don't think I'm going to get 140 rows. This might be just a smaller hat. We'll see. Oh, thank you for doing that. Nairo shared. Let's see. Let's follow our friend and mod on here on her YouTube channel. Make sure you're doing that. This is Sandy's channel, I believe. And Nairo, share yours too, please. I would like it if you'd share yours. And Nikita, share your group as well, if you can. Because you guys, we need to support each other, because we're all helping each other out, doing stuff. Appreciate you. So Sandy, you can share Nairo's stuff if you want, if she doesn't want to share it herself. I'm all about sharing the love. It's all about it. We're all about it. Okay, so we're 83. We're not to the board yet. I think right about 85. So if I had enough yarn, which I probably don't. Oh, there. And Nikita shared. Yes. Follow our friend Ahmad here on the channel. She's shared it over on the Facebook too. Please do that. I appreciate you guys. If I had enough yarn, I would probably do 140 rows, because I think right about 85 is when we're hitting the board. Yeah, and it's right there. And if we're just right there with the curl. So that would be my guess. So for the person that asked about the row counts, that's kind of how I do it, guys. That's kind of how I do it. I love this orangey color in here. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nikita just shared her Knitsy group too. So make sure you guys go hang out over there, please. Go hang out. Go get in. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yay. Thank you guys. Thank you all for helping me. I appreciate you. What did Tina say? Tina, in the case you have missed it, as of will be tomorrow morning for me. What? Oh, what? Oh, for the timing? Is that for later, maybe, probably, depending on where you are, Tina? Oh, Kim, thank you for saying thank you. You're a kind person. Edna did like a little smiley, hearty facey too. Jameson 169 loves the colors. I like them too. I like them a lot too. This is the scarfy yarn. But I love like the tealy bluey and the orange, and that's why I gravitated to this. Is what it looks like, guys, as a hat. Well, I'll show you when we get this done. But see how pretty that is? See, it's kind of like this nice dreamsicle-y kind of, that's what it reminds me of. But once we'll see how many rows I get out of this. Like I said, it might be like a mommy and me kind of a set. I don't know. Because of how many rows I did on the first one. Guys, it really is cranking like super smooth. It's really doing way better than my Central 48 kind of got to where it was like popping a little bit. It only did it one time, but the handle was like not loving, wasn't loving it at a certain point. But this machine is just like, it's not having any trouble. So this is that situation where you can absolutely use a 5 weight if it's the right yarn. Okay, I have to blow my nose really quickly. Anybody else suffer from winter allergies? I am like, it's bad. It was bad when I was at my daughter's. They have a couple dogs. We have dogs too. We have all kinds of animals, so it's not a big deal. But like I know that I have probably some animal issues because I have issues with our animals. But we have electric heat in the cabin, and they have gas force air, which I love better the way it feels, because it feels better in that environment. I think for me, because it's always like hot or cold in our house. But they, I think just with that, like the forced air, I was struggling all weekend with that. sneezing and it would come on like I'd have an attack. And I think it's my hormones. I don't know. Maybe you all have like some kind of special like natural concoction, because I won't take medication. I don't like doing that because it makes me sleepy if I take any kind of sinus meds. But if you guys have some like special thingy thing that you do for allergies in the wintertime, I'd love to know it. Like teas, I probably should start drinking more herbal teas, and I think maybe that would help. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I'd love to hear any tips. Oh, what Stephanie? Can I call you Stephanie? Because I think that's funny. But maybe it is Stephanie, but maybe it's not. You're a 9-time Special Olympics gold medalist in bowling and baseball. That's freaking amazing. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. And everybody should congratulate Stephanie, because that's amazing. I am not good at most sports. I actually was a skateboarder when I was a kid, though. When I was young, when I was a teenager, I wasn't too bad at it. I wasn't super great, but I used to skate on ramps, actually. I used to love me some half pipe. So that's a little crazy. There's a little trivia for y'all. I was a ramp skater. I was a skater girl. I actually did it. And I broke. And if you ever look at me, well, I know you guys see this. I need to get it fixed. But my teeth are not like normal because I broke my tooth. Front tooth. Smacked my face on a vert ramp when I was probably 14 years old. And I've had it like fixed a couple times, but I don't want to like do all this stuff because it's expensive. So yeah, now you're going to see it every time you look at me. My teeth are crooked. They're a little, like one of them's broken in half and I only have a little bit of like the fix left because I'm 50 and I haven't had anything else done. Yes, and now you will ask, I have 8 children. None of them are skateboarders because I'm a smart mom and I don't want them to have broken faces. No, actually, if they did, I would be like freaking out. Like, no, I'm afraid you're gonna hurt your face like I did. Everybody's congratulating you, Stephanie. See? I don't know if you can see that. Oh, Sharon says an air purifier seems to help. That's maybe what I should do, especially in my bedroom at night. What kind do you have? Do you have one? Tell me. I need the details. Oh, I have, Pamela, but it's been a long time. That's a good, like a copycat. That's what I should do. You are right. When I've been sick, like in the past, long ago, when we lived in Indiana and my Starbucks was just like right next to where I worked, where my studio was, they all knew me by name because I was there like every day. I would get those all the time. That's a good thought. Maybe that's what I should do. I will have to do that, Pamela. Thank you for suggesting that. See, look, Stephanie, we have Cheri congratulated you, and Nikita, and Sandy. Thank you, guys. That's really awesome. Yeah, and a rebel. Okay, I'm thinking we're probably gonna. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a smaller hat. Oh, sweet. And Ruby said, Stephanie, I love your name. My sister's name is Stephanie, and my childhood home is in Charleston. Or is it? No, that's not Carlton. Carlton, not Charleston, Cheri. Such a cool. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Cooly. Oh. And even people on Instagram are saying congratulations. They say that's really cool. Really awesome. You guys are all awesome. You're awesome. Yeah, 60 and sassy. I love that. I will have to remember that. Yeah. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm thinking definitely a kid's hat. I think we're gonna get. Let me show you what I have left. This is all that's there. We're gonna go until it's definitely gonna be a kid. So it'll be like a mommy and me. Maybe I can wrap them up as a set. I don't know. Maybe I'll take them. Maybe this one will go like I do like a women's place, and I know that they have kids sometimes, so I'll do that because that would be sweet. I think because I'm thinking maybe we'll get 115, 120. We'll see, and I'll show you the difference. I'm watching so I don't just like end up. I need to have enough to cast off. So if you see me watching or looking down, that's what I'm doing. We're at 111 right now. I'm hoping I can get at least to 115, which I should be able to. Maybe 120. That would be awesome. You know what? We have another knot. I'm going to cut it. We're going to have another tie-in. I got to make sure I do all these at the end. So we're on number 3. That's a little bit of a, and it's just, let me show it to you. I just don't like the way it feels. They're not real bulky like a regular manufacturer knot, but it ends up being all icky. Like it doesn't feel nice. See how it's all yucky? If you can see that. So I'm cutting that out. We'll lay in another change here. We'll see what we got left. I hate doing it at the end like this, kind of, but I don't want to leave it in there. I'll try not to make that too long. I will tell you guys, this machine, I need to really put it to the work. This is like night and day from my Center 48. For the Will It Crank video, yeah, this is, I don't know. It just seems to crank better. And it could just be because it's newer, but it seems to not be struggling with this yarn at all. In my Center for, oh guys, not again. No. Okay, I'm going to do it again here. We got another color. See, stuff like this does drive me a bit crazy. Not going to lie. I have another knot right with that other knot. Now I know on I think the first one I did, the first hat I did with this, I didn't have any. So, okay, let me do that. We're at 115 now. I'm going to go see if I can get a few more rows in here. Let me make sure this one is tied again. So color change. Did I already tie that one? I tied the other one, not that one. Yeah, that one's tied. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I think I'm close. We're going to make it to 120 though, which is good. All right, let me see. We're going to keep going. I think I'm going to see if I can get at least 1 or 2 more out of here. Let me see. Let me untangle my little mess here. This is the last of it. All right. Okay. I'm kind of crooked there. I'm getting crooked. Getting crooked. Get it untangled. Sorry. Okay. It did very well, though. This machine did very, very, very well with that. All right, let me see. We're close. I'll do just a little bit more. I think I'm going to stop here. Where am I? Am I almost to for whatever reason, I'd like there. Now I feel better. I stopped at an end. I don't know why, but, and I think I have just enough to cast off. That should be good. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I like to have a little bit more, but I think it's enough. So I think we should be all right. We got to 123. So I think this one I think I did 140. So yeah, so with that's a whole skein. So now we're going to cast off. I've got my needle there all threaded on. Keep losing my Instagram, people. Sorry, guys. I've got you on the computer and I need to like make it so my screensaver doesn't like turn on because then it goes away and then I'm so afraid if I click the wrong thing, I'm going to click off the live. All right, make sure I don't have that in there. Okay, so we're going to cast this off. We'll get all these knots done. Did I get that one? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Now, I will tell you, if you ever, because this has happened to me, if you ever get to where you're not paying attention and you're not sure if you have enough, if you just lay your yarn across the machine, it should be enough of a tail to cast off. But you can always kind of, once you get this first section, I'll show you here. Let me get it to where it's like a little bit more. You can start like pulling it a little, pull on your yarn. It'll cinch it just a little bit if you need more of it. You don't want to pull it too hard because you can pull it off your pins like the ones coming up, but you can kind of give it a little tug to kind of cinch it so you can keep getting more yarn. I have more than enough to do it, but I think I can go a couple at a time here. And then I'll have to get all of my knots knotted before we cinch up. And then I will tell you, I don't think did I break it with, I think I did break it. So I'll have to be careful cinching because I think I did actually tear this yarn or snap it when I was cinching for the Will It Crank video. So I'll have to be extra careful. And with the roving style, like the loops and threads, like this type of yarn too, it's like a roving style of yarn. It's almost like if you were just going to spin the yarn. It's like not wound or twisted. You have to be very careful because you can snap it. When it's knitted up, it's fine. But when it's, individual, you just have to be careful with it because it will snap or break if you put too much pressure on it. It's a little bit more delicate. Makes for a nice hat, just a little bit more delicate. Guys, I'm loving this machine though. I know I said the same thing about the Loombot too. I love all of them, but we'll see. It really did good with this. Whoops. Whoopsie, whoopsie poopsie. It's nice and warm in here. I will take this 30-degree weather over those like single digits that we had there for several days in a row. I think it's going to be like 40 degrees by the end of the week. So I don't know what's going to happen to all of our snow. Okay, so we have that cast off. Let me get the machine out of the way and then we'll cinch it up. Let's see. Oh, somebody asked about price. Thank you guys for helping each other out. Thank you for helping. I appreciate that. Answering those questions for me. Slide these out. See my nails? My nails are Sandy. This was my other set, except for I kind of messed them. I messed them all up, but I have a really bad owie, guys. I don't know how I got it. I need to get some purple nails from Sandy's Color Street though to match my new machine. Don't y'all think I should get some purple? That'd be pretty. Okay, I'm gonna set this back here because I don't have a thing on the wall yet for it. I have a spot. I just haven't put it up there yet. Okay, so now I need to stretch this tube. And you can see all my changes. I got to tie these knots all in here. This is definitely going to be a much smaller. I would say this will be a child's hat or a very small adult head maybe. What kind of machine is that? Let me show it. I'll show you here. Stubbs 515. It is, we're going to call it the Z-Bot or the Zeb or whatever, because I can't pronounce that. It's just like the Centro 48, but you have to search this, the purple and white, or this on Amazon to find it. I do have it, a link to it in my Amazon store on hoopandhome.com on supplies, but you can get it on Amazon. I don't know how to pronounce it, or I'd tell you what it's called. We'll just call it the Z machine. Whatever, the purple and white one, or periwinkle, I think is what it's supposed to be. I'm gonna call it purple. All right. Let's see. Can't wait. Takes too long. What did Nitzy says? Sometimes you feel like if you want something so bad, you have to wait so long for your order. Can't wait. It takes so long. Are you talking about yarn? I need to put a yarn order in, guys. Oh, I got a knot. What am I doing? I got to do all my knots. Sorry. Okay, so now let me stretch it. Let me give it one more good stretch here. With this wool in here, it has a tendency to be just a little different for me. Just want to make sure it's set really well. It does kind of stick to my dry hands a little bit. So that's where I'm just pulling out any slack, and then I kind of put my finger where it's at and make sure it looks okay. Make sure the knit looks okay. And then I have to be careful not to break my yarn. First one, I'm just going to do kind of like just snug, tight. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do 3. We'll do 3. I will show you though how, like, we'll start here. I'm going to do this. Like, well, let me cut it first and then I'll show you. Okay. So we'll cut a little tails. It's pretty strong, but if you go now, see, it's going to make a liar out of me. Yeah, well, now it's not going to tear. So I don't know. Now it's really strong. So it's going to make a liar out of me. Okay, so we have one there. Here's another one where the color change was. And I just kind of check it to make sure it's not too cinched, but there's not like a big gap. Make sure it looks all right, because that's going to hit probably right about where the brim is. So we want it to look okay. Not have like a big bulky spot. So we'll do 3 on this just to make sure my ring gets caught. We have that one, and I think we had 2 more down here, didn't we? Didn't we? And see, this is where I hate when you have to do a color. Like if you only do like on a striped hat and you only have like a few rows and then you change a color. I was going to show you on something that I have, but I don't have anything right handy. It is kind of difficult. I'm not going to lie. It's a little more difficult to like get it set right. That doesn't look too bad. I think we're going to use this as the inside part. We'll see what it looks like, but as opposed to the outside. Okay. And then once we're done with this, we'll be done with this live. And then we'll have to be off. And then, so I've got to go make sure my kids are fed, actually. I think they all were getting something. So it should be fine. But okay, so I'm doing this other one. You have to make sure you get these tied when you do this. I have made the mistake of forgetting one. And then the hat will come apart. It will eventually. You'll get a big gaping hole. You might not get it right away, but you will eventually. So you want to make sure you get those knotted off. I think that's all of them. Let me just double check. I think I only had those 4. I think it looks like that's right. Okay. So let's see what we got here. I think we'll do, oh, I see. I like that though. I want that to be the top. Well, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, I guess it'll be okay with those color changes because it's right at the top. What do you guys think? What I'm trying to decide. Okay, let me show you. This is how I do it. I know a lot of people will cinch before they start, but I don't do that. I don't cinch anything. I lay it all inside of each other. This is kind of how I like it, but we'll see. I get my tails together. I lay it inside. See how my tails are kind of close together. So that means I like fold it inside of each other. This is definitely going to be a kid's hat. It's not going to be big enough for an adult head, I don't think. Okay. See, I like that because then it's going to look, I kind of like that. Or now, since I did that, I can just flip it around and we can look and see what it looks like from the other side. You don't see all this when I do the Friday hat videos, but this is the kind of stuff I do that I'm not recording. Yeah, see, I like the other way a little. This is cute though. I kind of like the other way a little better. So I'm going to do it the other way. I kind of like it. And it'll be reversible if I don't put a palm on it anyways. So it's not really going to matter. So I'll show that to you here in a second. Okay, let's cinch this guy up and see what we got. I'll try to be careful and not break. Yeah, break the yarn. And another thing that will happen with this roving style is when you go to cinch, sometimes it'll get hung up and you got to really like fiddle with it. This one's not doing too bad. But you want to make sure you have all of your puckers tucked here. So tuck your puck. Oh yeah, see, it's getting hung up. I gotta be careful. So you just gingerly want to coax it. You don't want to like yank on it because it'll break and then you'll cry because I will cry. You can see me cry. You don't want to see me cry. So see what I'm doing? I'm just slowly cinching this little by little, kind of coaxing it until it gets to where, and I might want to only do it to a certain point and then stitch this one up. And I might do that because I can kind of feel the yarn feels a little thin right where we're cinching, and I'm a little scared of that. So, so let me make sure I don't have any puckers. I might leave this because if I do it any tighter, I can feel it thinning. Does that make sense? So I'm going to stop there. Let's hope that I can, yeah, I better stop there. Okay. And then I will stitch this one, which I normally don't do with like, you know, the shiny yarns. You don't necessarily have to if they'll cinch up really well. I just kind of knot everything off. This one's doing better, which is good. But I will go ahead and cinch them up a little tighter with stitching instead of just trying to do it all with cinching like this way. Okay, so I'm going to tie this off. I have these long tails now, make them just a little shorter. So right here, when I tie this off, I'm going to want to be extra careful because it can break. So I'm not going to do like, normally I'd pull really tight. I'm going to just do it kind of like hand snug. And then do the next one hand snug. Okay, and this is how tight we got it. without stitching, which isn't too bad, but I would like to do it a little tighter. And on the inside, I know it's not completely tight. So I don't want to get it all bulky. So I am going to actually use this color, just one of them. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one on the inside already. So let me put this to the inside. I'm only going to use this color. I mean, not this one, but the one that matches the outside. This is generally what I do when it's open like this. And you guys don't normally see me do this, so I want to show it. Okay, and I'm going to pull that to the inside through the center. I'm a little off center, but that's okay. And now I will go ahead and put my needle on this one again. Oh, thank you, Patty, for being here. Thank you so much. Okay, so now what I want to do is just go around, and I'm going to like pick up every other stitch or so, close to where that end is coming out, just to cinch it up a little bit more. So I'm like going through and picking up. And you could sew back and forth. This is just how I do it. Sometimes I will, if the opening is too large, I will go underneath the thread there and I will stitch it closed. But I kind of don't want it to be bulky. I want it to be, you know, like smoothly closed. And this just helps because you're just making a second cinch line is what you're doing. And I pull it as I go. Okay. Maybe just a couple more here. Okay, so now I'm going to cinch it just a little bit. And I'm not going to knot it on. I'm going to do one more. Let me do one more. I'll pick up those two there. And we'll cinch it just a little bit. Okay, so there, it's even closed even more. See that? So now I'm actually going to take my needle through the center. Needle in the center. I'm going to feel where that hole is on the inside. Let me see if I can find it. Where'd you go? With my bent needle, it's a little harder. Okay, so then we'll come out this way. And then now, I didn't exactly hit center, but that's okay because we're going to take the other side and I'm going to put a little bit more cinch because if we want to make this, if I don't put a palm on it, get that out of the way. I want to make sure this is closed up, and it's definitely not closed up enough on this side. So I need to close it up more. And you got to be, it will stick to like itself. So you got to really be careful, like not to get it all bound up as you're going. That's the only thing I've found that could be a disadvantage of like the roving yarns is you just, they're a bear to frog too. Like if you have to frog it out or tear it apart, I mean, sometimes it'll really stick to itself and it can be impossible. So I love the way they look. It's just, it can be a little bit more finicky on like dealing with problems. Let me see if I can get in there and get a little, sorry, I'm not in the shot there. Okay. So let's see, what are we? I was just going to do an hour. We're like an hour and a half. Okay. So that's all right though. Thank you for hanging out with me, all of you that are still with me. Okay, so now I'm going to just cinch that up a little bit more, and I'm going to tie this again, just hand snugging it, and it will cinch up. See that? Can you see that? It's cinched it up. I don't know if you can see. Here we go. And I will do it again. So we're cinching up that outside by doing that too. I'll do it a couple more times here, at least one more time. That's good. And then we'll get rid of these tails. And that should be good. Should be good. Let me see how that looks. It looks good on the outside. I'll show you here in a second. Now I just try to tuck it wherever my knot is close to a stitch. So because the thing is, if you just like go anywhere and tuck it, like if I would just tuck it over here into like this way, then I'm going to have this little bit hanging there. And if I would want to put a palm, you're going to snag that for sure. So I always try to get it as close to a stitch hole as possible where that knot is, so that I can get that knot pulled into the inside of the hat, if that makes sense. And I just go in between the layers. And I know a lot of you already know this. I'm just doing this in case somebody doesn't know. And then I pull that through. So just ignore me if you already are already in the nose. Okay, so this is the outside. Let's give it a good stretch here. And you can see how nice that looks? See, we did good. And then this is the side. See, can you see it? It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So I think I like this as the outside of the hat. I think so. I think that's, because I kind of like that little blue right there. I kind of like it. See, there we go. So that's definitely, I would say, a kid's hat. You might be able to use it as a beanie on an adult for a, because this is 140. This was 120. What did we say? 123. But I would say a kid's hat. That's what I would say. So there we go. I think they're pretty. I was kind of hoping I could get 2 full-size adult hats out of it, but I don't think so. Don't think so. So there we go. All right, what do you guys think? You likey? Now see, this could be fully reversible and you could do this side. But I kind of like that other like funky. See how totally different that hat looks because it's all blue with that stripe. It looks good either way, right? PG mommy. Sandy says we're an adult small, which it could, it could probably. It is. This is nice though. I gotta tell you, I kind of like the feel of this yarn. Kind of reminds me of like a hat I would have had as a kid because wool was more of a thing. Oh, thank you for that, Nikita. Yeah. All right, guys. Okay, so that's it. That's all I got for today. Let me go back to here. For now, anyways, I'm gonna be back later with more yarn and we're gonna do another hat. So if you have time at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, I will be back on tonight. So there we go. That's the one we did. There's our 123 or whatever it was. It's lovely. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be back again at 7:30. If you can't be on at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, I will be back on Wednesday. Wednesday, guys. hoopandhome.com / Zoom group. And get in the Zoom group. We're doing a live Zoom group. I think it's at 7:30 on Wednesday. Isn't that the 24th? I believe that is correct. Let me just double check before I hop off of here. I believe it is Wednesday. Let's me looky at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yes, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. We're gonna crank and chat. I just really didn't crank the last time I just chatted, but you are welcome to come make and talk and whatever. I will then again be live doing our coffee and chat on Thursday at 12 p.m. as well, Eastern Standard Time. So come join us. I would love it if you all could like sign up for the Zoom group. If you have not received, like I've sent out the info for the Zoom information to those that have already signed up. If you have not signed up yet, I will send that out again later and I will probably resend it all to everybody before Wednesday, just as a reminder in case you want to do that. But hopefully y'all can come back again at 7:30 tonight and we can make another hat. So thank you all for watching. I love you all. And hopefully I'll see you later. If not, I'll see you again another time. Happy making and go make yourself something because it's fun. Go crank something out, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.